feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me.
But first game up is going to be the Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're in Minnesota. Pittsburgh coming into the game. They are currently 5-1, I believe. Make sure I got their record correct. So let me check Daddy Leagues real quick. The 5-1 Steelers taking on the 4-2 Vikings. This should actually be a really good game. D'Angelo Covington, the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, has been a young player in the league for now 3 years. He's still only 22. So D'Angelo Covington, I think he's in his 3rd year. He's still younger than I believe every rookie drafted this year. It's pretty wild. Needs what for his dev upgrade? Good question. I don't know. It's pretty wild though. Covington threw for 420 yards. Covington and Amari Cooper are finally really starting to connect. I think the Vikings win 34-24. In 3 seasons, has 33 INTs. Facts. Yeah, it's wild. 350 and 3 TDs, probably. It's probably no. If he's going for a superstar, it's probably 350. X Factor's 400. Yeah, post your cuts in the cuts, not in your commissioner hotline. Nick said, "I'm gonna be that guy." Let's see this game. They've got the. Where is this game? All right, the Steelers are 6-point favorites. Steelers are 6-point favorites. So I'll get a prediction up for y'all. Also has 33. I think Sauce Gardner's got like 2 stag in that same time period, by the way. Colts are not favorites, ever. Listen, I don't understand how the Colts are losing, and I don't understand how the Dolphins are losing. It makes no sense.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week.
Anthony Richardson looks like the offensive rookie of the year in the AFC. He's not going to be the offensive rookie of the year in the NFL or in the DGFL, but he will be the offensive rookie of the year in the AFC, I believe.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, predictions started, guys. Go ahead and get your predictions in. Try to win you some channel points. Use those channel points. Name the players in the upcoming draft. J.J. Brown does have that dog in him. I knew J.J. Brown was going to be good, Ants. I didn't know he was going to be this good. He looks incredible. And then we're feeding the shit out. We're giving him the ball over and over. And it's tomorrow with the new AP update. Oh, NFC is going to be Brewer? No, Chris, listen. There's nothing Brewer can do that's going to top what J.J. Brown's on pace to break the all-time rushing record this season. The all-time single-season rushing record. J.J.'s on pace to break that. Oh, 2nd and 5. Short pass there. Richardson starts 3 for 4 in this game. 19 yards so far. How was everybody's Wednesday? How's everybody's hump day? No point in May. Oh, what was that? What I miss? Oh, through 119. Quit. Chargers, J.C. Jackson looks like Eli Apple. Yikes. Yeah, JJ is phenomenal. All right, the Steelers end up punting this away to the Vikings. Again, the Vikings offense has been clicking this season. Amari Cooper is having himself a resurgent year. Should have increased the abilities on X Factors. Oh, increased the AP on X Factors.
And leading the charge, their lefty
Fiore was him versus the Giants. Yeah, but what about everything else, Stag? How's it going, Stag? How are you, buddy? He will win Johnny No Thumbs and Guido get done with JJ Brown. Listen. Bet all your points on the Vikings? Okay, Ants, I see you. Alright, what are we up to? We got 2,000 points out there on the Vikings. We do have 10 on the tie. I'm guessing that's Justin if he's here. That's kind of the Justin move. Good Lord, the connection between. That's not. I thought that was Cooper. Just Covington's looking really good this season. Look like Chris Thompson with how well he ran. Listen, Stag, even how well Michael Carter ran, it's not as good as JJ. To increase the supers, I appreciate it, Corey. 1 or fewer INTs and 350 yards or 4 total TDs. Covington could get 4 total TDs. It's going to be a little tough, but... Okay, Najee. Big run by Najee Harris right there. JJ is mid. Yeah, as in he's midway to leading the whole entire league. Austin Eckler of the DGFL. Wow, Stag. Wow. Tell me how you really feel. Steelers still have a top 2 defense? Yeah, well, here's the thing. They don't have a safety. They don't have a coverage safety. They got Derwin James, who's phenomenal, but he can only cover 1/2. So this is going to be really interesting to see how the Steelers make up for the loss of Jesse Bates in the secondary. Do they get beat deep in this game? Brett Favre comparisons for Brewer? That's not... I mean, from a playing standpoint, that's good. From a person standpoint, not great. Plays just like him. So are you going to trade him to the Packers, Chris? Yeah, Corey, I was a little surprised. For a winning team to trade away one of their best safeties, bold move. Like right there, Bates is probably covering that. So for the Steelers to trade away Bates when they're 5-1, kind of wild. Chris, he would have to go from the Falcons to the Packers first. Raiders barely win by 2. They win. No more undefeated teams, baby. There's no more undefeated teams. It took an injury to Joe Burrow and a bunch of injuries to the Seahawks, but there's no more undefeated teams. Woo. Oh, you got to catch that. Come on now. Got to catch that one. Covington looks so tiny compared to the rookies from this season. Because they couldn't re-sign him. He was having trouble re-signing him, so he chose to trade him before he lost him for nothing. Corey, if somebody ever did get Malik Willis, I would recommend running the Ravens offense with him. I did not. I've done nothing to the injuries, Chris. I've done nothing to injuries. Now your Super Bowl run starts? Listen, Ants. Maybe. Doubt it, but maybe. Where he was going to have his X Factor unlocked after the game. Fuck yeah. Uh-oh, Covington in trouble. Down goes Covington. Travis Gibson gets the sack. Let's go. Tony, I heard you won, buddy. Tony, I heard you got the victory over a Joe Burrow-less Broncos team out there. Tony, I don't know if I would celebrate too much. Beating a team without Joe Burrow by only 2, a little concerning, right? I'd be a little concerned, but a win's a win. Win is a win. Maybe short in stature, but he's not short in heart. Facts. He's playing great this season. That was a terrible punt. Yeah, Stag. Covington is playing phenomenal this season. Corey, I thought it was the wrong move. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there was a chance that Deshaun, you're already losing. All right, I'll give you my thoughts, right? If you're the Jets, you are already losing a lot of games this season. So at best, Watson comes in and wins you some games, get you a worse draft pick, or you're picking in the middle of the field, but you still miss the playoffs. Watson was on a 1-year deal with the Bears. If he really wanted Watson, he could have kept Debo, waited till the offseason, and signed Watson to a deal in free agency. Could have. Now he's got Watson. He's got to try to negotiate with Watson. He's got to hope that Watson re-signs with him, because Watson's been signed on a 1-year deal. So he had Fields thrown to him, but again, I think that could have changed playbooks, could have put him in a different playbook. But I don't think it was a great trade. But if he wins, right? Yeah, Watson was on a 1-year, $18 million deal with the Bears. Basically, it's like an $18 million insurance policy for Josh Allen. Croto, I already talked about the Bates move. I don't think the Bates move was great. I think the Bates trade was a terrible idea. You had a top 3 pass defense, and you had one of the best defenses, and then you traded away Bates. You had the best safety tandem in the entire DGFL. Nobody could touch that. You couldn't go deep against your team. And then you got rid of half of that safety help. I think it was a bad trade, personally, just because of how good Bates is. But I get it. Thinking your trade stag, you traded a long time ago. You're like me. I get all my trades out of the way, so I do all my trades early on, so that when I get to this point, I don't make a rash bad decision.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle.
The Tampa-Seattle game, I think I saw the highlight. That's the one with the interception, but not interception, but also interception. It was weird.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face.
There is still time to get some channel points in, guys. Put your prediction in. It is 2,000 points on the Vikings right now, 616 on the Steelers, and 10 on the tie if it's exactly a 6-point game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Stag. No, I agree. You had to do it when you did. Stag, you kind of got backed into a corner with cap penalty, with cap space. Your cap space definitely forced some rash decisions this season, and kind of you got your Super Bowl, so it was worth it. I mean, you went with the Rams mindset of go all in for a Super Bowl, got your Super Bowl, but then it was whoa, the rebuild started immediately. Warfare. Tyler Lockett touchdown. The veteran. Croto, I get it that you couldn't re-sign him. You could have franchise tagged him. You could have re-signed him in the offseason. You definitely could have brought him back. You have a winning record. Tom has 100,000 yards career. Nice. Yeah, I just think that your team was doing so well. You're 5-1. I don't know if I break up that defense in order to get something now. I think you may have cost yourself a playoff game, is what I'm saying. Trading for the 5th pick this year in this year's draft.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
I'm not trying to go broke on this channel points. Yeah, Ants. Listen, if you win, you win. If you don't, tough. It's a tough break. Luckily, you can get channel points back fairly quickly.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
All right, down 7-0. Covington's got to get the offense going. Giving it to Najee Harris, normally a good idea, but he runs towards the Derwin James side. Go to the other side. James and Irvin reunion. I don't like it. Hurley, I don't like it in the sense that they're going to give up pieces that fit better with that team, right? So, Kyrie Irving is a prodigal, talent. Right, there's not many players that have ever touched a basketball with more talent than Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is also a team destroyer. Nothing against, it's just something about Kyrie when he shows up in a team, the team breaks apart. Just wanted a first rounder this year. Mayweather is the key lost piece. But yeah, so I think if they bring in Hurley, I think if they bring in Kyrie, they're gonna get rid of either Dennis Schroeder or D'Angelo Russell, and I think both are better fits for that team than Kyrie's gonna be. Warfare to be really interesting. This draft is going to be interesting, I think, because it does not look like a good quarterback draft, but that means that the other positions are probably really good. Stag said, "I'm making a move." 100,000 yards passing. Jeremiah Shirley going to strong safety. Interesting, Stag. Very interesting. He's moving from cornerback to strong safety. That's a tough one. It's a tough transition. You've got to throw the ball, Covington. Preferably to the purple team. Yeah, Hurley. I don't see him doing that. Switch your kicker and punter? Probably not, Nick, but I didn't see the game. What a freaking punt, guys. Okay. Vikings punter coming back from injury. Fox, and he puts that at the 1. Pierre Ward is just kind of mid. Pierre Ward didn't work out the way you thought. Chris, it was sad.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Clement.
Clement running hard. Clement looks pretty decent for the Steelers. Using Bengals playbook now. Corey, I don't get it. Like, I get that I'm having success with it, but it was like nobody used it for 3 seasons. I break it out this season. J.J. Brown starts going off. Lamar's throwing 60 times a game because my defense is actually holding people. And all of a sudden, I'm going to start seeing everybody break out the Bengals. Nobody wanted Bengals before I was using it. What's up with that? Let me have my thing. Switch Ward to corner and Shirley to strong safety. Interesting. Didn't go well? Yeah. So Warfare, what's funny to me is like, it's hit or miss, right? So like, you can have the reason in Warfare, I didn't switch until this year because I've been developing Lamar as a passer for 3 years, right? Yeah, and again, when I make a choice, I don't switch my playbook during the season either. Like whatever I choose at game 1 of the season, that's what I go with. Week 1, whatever my playbook is. DGFL 24 is going to be a little bit different because there's going to be the option to be an owner versus a head coach. But I do think I'm going to start limiting like the changing of playbooks every week. Because I feel like there has to be some sort of consequence to it. Right? A lot of y'all just change your playbooks every week till you find something that works. And then there's no consequence to like what you chose. So owners, you'll be limited to whatever your head coach runs. Keeping Buffalo, that's what worked for me this year. Yeah, in Warfare, I think some people are going to go to that Bengals offense, and when their quarterback's slinging it 60 times, they throw 6 interceptions. They're going to be like, I don't get it. Why isn't my team doing this? So, like, the Bengals offense wouldn't have worked with Etienne. Etienne doesn't break tackles, doesn't get upfield.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Stag. Fiore's not going to work the same way that Ritter did in that Tampa offense. Right? So, like, some people are going to switch that playbook and go, it's going to work until your quarterback throws 5 interceptions. And you're like, I don't understand what happened. Your quarterback wasn't built to throw that many times. Switching to Tampa Bay because I knew it was going to be a shootout of a game. Should have stuck with it. I will be sticking with this Bengals offense whether it works or doesn't. So if it just starts going terribly wrong and Lamar's throwing a bunch of interceptions all of a sudden, I'm keeping it. I'm going to ride with it and see what happens. So far, it's been great. Am I getting the complete production I wanted out of Lamar? Not exactly. I want him going deep more. Can predict 6 of 7 guys going down mid-game. Yeah, like, did I predict it? Lamar's getting yards, but it's based on the number of passes he has. And tonight will be a good test because I play a much better offense tonight and much better defense tonight in the Bills. So we've been getting a lot of plays because we've had the ball a lot. Like, our defense is just holding people to 3 and out. We're not really giving up a lot on defense. Beat the refs to death, Mortal Kombat style every time. There's nothing to challenge menu pops up. Stag, the one that kills me is the roughing the passer calls when like I'm watching and there's nobody near the quarterback. And you're like, nobody could touch him. Nobody got close. 3 weeks now, won't be changing. But yeah, team was kind of going through a crisis. Of course, like we were having a bit of a moment. Yeah, that is sadly realistic, Stag. I agree. I just don't like it. I agree, just don't like it. Warfare really didn't predict half of my team being hurt most of the season, so it is what it is. Injuries are a thing. Did I think, like, did I know that Adrian Purdy had some injury issues? Yes. Was I expecting him to miss 9 games? Absolutely not.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Can you change your playbook mid-game? Yeah, sure, Croto. I'm going to bench and cut your entire team as well. Mid-game. Held Rams to 3 points. I mean, they got Tua, though, Corey. They got Tua. Like, I'm not sure how proud I would be of holding Tua to 3 points. You know what I mean? I don't know if holding Tua to 3 points is something that I would be bragging about, per se. Let's see. Come on, Covington. What you got? That's not gonna work. I mean, it's 3rd and goal, Covington. You gotta throw the end zone. The Bills and Cowboys game is a 0-0 line. Even line. Who tumble over? Turn the ball over. Put up some numbers on people, though. I mean, if Tyreek has a day. Doing a comics connected franchise. It just makes me so excited for Cincinnati legend Derek Forrest. Hey, who wants to get me a Bijan Robinson jersey? That's all I'm saying. Like, who? Chris, you actually live in Atlanta? I need a Bijan Robinson signed jersey. I'll give you a Super Bowl. I'll force win you to a Super Bowl if I can get a Bijan Robinson signed jersey. Stag. Yeah, when you think about that cornerback room, that DB room, that's ridiculous. Unlimited trade. Yeah, exactly. Somebody gets me a Bijan Robinson signed rookie, like signed jersey. Unlimited trades forever. I want one. That's worthless to me. Look at, see, why doesn't Lamar play like that? Do you know how much better Lamar would be if he would do that? Look, nobody's open and run. Oh my God, he'd be unstoppable. But instead he drops back, rolls out, always looking to pass. Hey, I was thinking you won't trade facts.
This will be fielded at the 17. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get
least amount of trades? Probably, Chris. Well, you traded Dak. Brian, Sauce, and Derek Ford. It's nasty, Stack. That's a nasty DB room. For what's considered a somewhat smaller school compared to the big guys? Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, Minnesota. Y'all got to do something with the ball. All I'm saying is, like, attack deep where Bates used to be. 4 times. I usually get 3 trades in. It depends on what I'm trying to get, but I usually get my 3 trades in during the offseason. Oh, bailout. I always try to make sure my trades make my team better in some way, shape, or form. Changing your playbook. I mean, he did run a lot when I had the Ravens offense. He ran a good bit with the 49ers offense. Did not run with the Eagles offense, surprisingly. So, Hash, I really thought his, like, traits... Ooh, Covington, you got to hit that pass. I really thought his traits would make him, being a scrambling quarterback, I thought he would run on his own. But he also has the throwaway trait, so it cancels each other out. He scrambles to throw the ball away, and it's really frustrating. But right now, he's airing that thing out this year. He should tuck and run for short. Yeah, no, I agree. He has the scrambling trait, right? So he's a scrambling type quarterback. He will scramble. But because he has and this is why, like in this league, traits matter so much. he has the throwaway trait, which forces him, basically scrambles to look for the throwaway.
Takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I don't know if
This is just how Super operates, facts.
up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether
Fisher looks great. Yeah, Fisher's looking really good. He's having a very solid season.
the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go.
So he's not getting much attention so far because he doesn't get featured on my channel. He's featured on Hash's channel. Those with PS5, like, I'm not showing their games, so y'all gotta go check them out on their channels.
He'll find Moreau here. And they get to him
Row,
after a
row,
gain of
row,
6
row.
to the 46.
AR-15 looks really good. Is anybody going to be able to beat AR-15 for AFC Rookie of the Year?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield.
Burn the footage post-game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just
And Romeo Dobbs, man, needs some help. Hash, I mean, with the right wide receivers, right? So, like, my team, I think I have really good wide receivers, but none of them are rated 78 or higher. My highest wide receiver, who's always injured, is a 78. So, like, I feel like I have the right guys. I got some speedsters. I got some big body guys. So I have, like, a good mesh of wide receivers, and they're producing really well. So, I think it's about getting the right pieces. A lot of y'all, and don't get me wrong, getting a high overall guy is going to be usually the right piece. But I do think that you can have a really effective offense if you are getting the right pieces in the way that they play.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's got
So, like,
it at the line of
before I got J.J. Brown, Melvin Britton outplayed Etienne. I nearly started Melvin Britton multiple times. I just couldn't convince myself of it, and I should have because he plays better. Oh, bobbled, not intercepted, though. Oh, that was a dangerous throw.
the 7th play now in this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Reverse to Gates for so long. Kind of ingrained a love in tight end. Yeah. And Hash, it's the question is, like, can you get him? Well, Hash, who's your tight end right now? Just do what I do. Overpay for weapons. Yeah, Chris, don't do that. Oh yeah, Hilliard and Fisher probably running for 2nd AFC. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. For offensive rookie of the year, facts.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their
And Njoku's not bad. He's not Gates or anything.
step aside.
Let's see in the AFC. Hilliard not gonna have enough yards to compete. It really is gonna come down to, well, here's a sneaky name for you, Corey. Alonzo Rosenthal, I think, is a sneaky pick for AFC Rookie of the Year. He's got more passing yards than all of the other AFC quarterbacks. He's got more rushing yards than Anthony Richardson. No, he doesn't. That's a lie. I lied about that last one. But Rosenthal with more passing yards.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to
Brewer is leading all rookies in passing.
comes Minnesota. Just a lone field goal.
Kevin Colbert trying to catch him. Fury could possibly catch him. Hughes I mean, he's only up by 200 yards right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Ooh, that was a bad pass.
The incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Set
David.
up a throw to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
David Wall or
Now looks like we're gonna
something.
get a
Oh,
stoppage
okay.
here.
That's
An
going to be...
injured Steeler on that last play. Well, they come out and take a look at him.
It is week
He'll
8.
step
Yeah, it's
aside.
week 8. There's still a lot of games left, guys. There's a lot of games left. But AFC, I kind of like Rosenthal. I think he's got a
They'll be in
chance.
search of 8 yards here as they hope
Dylan Weary, I think, is the favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
to throw here.
Covington rolling out, throwing that ball away.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's that for, Croto? You're winning, Croto. You're winning. Fury already played. Brewer hasn't. True. Brewer could also get hurt and not play at all.
And it's made at about the 23
Just saying.
yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
John Jennings looks pretty good on this Minnesota team. Philadelphia had a good draft. Bo Dunn out there playing well. Oh, Kariki got hurt? Yeah, I mean,
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
listen.
I like the way you're
We don't call him crutches for nothing, Kroto. We don't call him crutches, Okariki, for nothing.
That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you
Oh,
do.
what a throw. What a catch.
Put it all the way down.
Okay.
And try and increase
I see you out there. What a catch.
touchdowns.
The shit was that?
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved.
That catch is, that's Jordan Ross, the 21-year-old wide receiver out of Washington. Looks like a very good up-and-coming wide receiver out there in Pittsburgh. Has a lot of potential. Great catch right there.
The Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go.
Oh, injured and Brewer in the same sentence? So Hash, what we'll do is essentially I'll come up with some way, but for the most part, like so what I do is I let everybody pick their team. So I'll put like an announcement out and be like, hey, pick your teams. I'm either gonna do it first come, first serve. I might just do, if there's multiple players, like if there's multiple people want the same team, then we might do some sort of like wheel spin to see who gets them. I'll come up with something. But DGFL 24 will be fantasy drafted again. Q second in QB rating among. I can, Corey. I mean, he's exactly what we thought he was gonna be. He's a guy that's not gonna beat you down the field. He's gonna dink and dunk you, get the middle of the field, things like that. But yeah, Hash, we'll fantasy draft it again. So we'll pick teams first, and then it'll be a random fantasy draft where we just send the picks, so you don't know who you're getting. Oh, that should have been picked. So you won't know who's gonna be on your team, but old people golf so often. I went today and I'm absolutely beat to hell. I've played once, Brennan, and it beat me up. My legs hurt. Well, another Chiefs situation. No, I think the fantasy draft makes the I think fantasy draft, Chris, allows us to have kind of our own universe, right, with it. So the fantasy draft is allowing us to have our own universe. Croto, poll seniority. What if Nick wants to be the Browns? Then what? If you stay the same team, sure. Yeah, I'll probably, Nick, we'll put it to a vote or discuss it or something, but I'm not opposed to, like, if people want to keep their team. Actually, I'm in. I want Chargers. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, then let's talk seniority, Croto. What if I want to be the Browns? End up with like the Broncos. So Hash, DGFL 24, I'm gonna implement some changes. I do want to kind of make it, I guess, harder. I guess. I haven't fully decided. I guess the question is, do we make everybody an owner, and then you're stuck with like you hire your coach? But I think that's a little hard for the non-PS5 guys to do. I'm being the Colts. Fuck me. Be the Browns. I don't want them. Streamlabs taking a break, huh? Ah, Streamlabs, get your shit together. I'll see if it's on. Look at that Packers and Panthers game doing absolutely nothing. So, Hash, and that's what I'm getting at. So the DGFL 24, for those that want a bigger challenge, right? Because in my opinion, obviously I'll buy it. Like, I have some thoughts on the playbook thing, right? So obviously, me going with the Bengals playbook this year is working really well. And then, like, everybody can run the Chiefs playbook and probably have a good passing offense. Everybody can do Tampa Bay's offense and have a good passing. You know what I mean? It was not on. Did you turn it on?
We check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know.
But yeah, so like the way that I want to, for those that want a bigger challenge, right? For anybody that wants a bigger challenge, you're going to have the option to be an owner instead of the head coach. Right? So you'll have the owner instead. You could be an owner instead of a head coach. That's a more challenging thing because you can't just spend money willy-nilly. Whatever money you got, that goes towards your bonuses. So when you run out of money, you can't sign shit. But also, as an owner, you're only going to be able to use the schemes and playbooks of your head coach. And I'll have to put in some rule because I'm not going to let people just fire a coach every week, right? So like you're going to hire your coach. That's your coach for the year, right? And then at the end of the year, if you don't like your results, that's when you can fire them, right? So we're not going to have like the new coach every week because that shit doesn't happen in real life, right? So like you're not going to be able to fire your coach until say week 16, which is realistic. Damn it, you get seniority. I mean, if you count watch time, Chris probably gets it. What if? And hear me out. I got you. I'm listening.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We go with the how much work.
He'll look to throw. He gets it complete.
And warfare, that I'm thinking about that too. Right? So I am thinking about that. Or limiting like one playbook change a year, something like that for the head coaches. 1 year, 9 months early, much appreciated. Picking Browns. Your wife is at home a disgrace. Can we fire Urban? I mean, then the listen, Hash. Possibly.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard.
I just think it brings another little interesting kind of plot twist to the league, Hash, is if like I have to find a coach. Or so like it's a copycat league, right? So if I'm running, say I have a coach and he's running I hire one of the Bengals offensive coordinators and he runs the Bengals offensive defense. And then I hire other coordinators that are like, if I have a great offense, you can hire my coordinator who runs that offense if he runs the same offense. But yeah, for the owners, you'll be limited to the playbook and the schemes of your head coach. Chef Boy Cody, what's up, my guy? Mr. Chef Boy Cody in the house. Y'all go hit him with that follow. How are we doing? Happy hump day, bitches. Not even 1,000 hours. Covington, you threw for 420 yards last week. What are you doing today? 420 last week. What are you doing?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. The number one mission of any offensive line.
Warfare's watched for 554 hours. Good Lord, people. Y'all are killing it. Y'all out there killing it. You seen Rah Rah in my game? I did not, Super. Super, did Rah Rah do anything?
You've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next gen stats going to illustrate just how quickly
So, Chris, that's something that's the part I'm going to have to figure out. Do you, and Chris, I might go, you're stuck with the head coach for 1 year, right? So, like, that may affect the team you pick. 24 rushes, 136. JJ's about to double that. JJ's about to have 50 carries, 260 tonight. The one time I bet against your team. Just flows off the tongue. Work for now till we all get laid off. Thanks, Obama, or whatever. Wow, Hash. Wow. Hey, no problem, Cody. I got another game to stream after this, so you got time. Ooh, Nick. I mean, you're not wrong, right, Nick? You're not wrong. Just send straight through season 1, and you're picking up in the offseason. Not a terrible idea. Corey, so anytime the Cowboys game's not voted as the game of the week, I'm going to play it because it's my team. So the Cowboys versus the Bills game is next. But my dad did not go. They did not go as planned. No problem, Cody. No problem at all, my guy. You got time. You got time, friend. Nick, we could just send straight through year 1. That'll be interesting. That'll help us get a year ahead too, Nick. So we just send straight through year 1 after the fantasy draft. Cody, we are trying to put it in overdrive. We're testing some limits on how quickly we can get through a season. We're starting to test some limits on like how fast can we do a season. Because like the goal is like 10 seasons between Maddens, right? That's my goal. The goal is about 10 seasons, and then right before DGFL 24, sim 10 seasons. So we can see 20 years of DGFL. Listen, Hoosier, don't get too hyped up. That's one game. One game. It's one game, Hoosier. What happens when Watson throws 3 interceptions? I think we just send it, Warfare. I think we just send it. Year 1, we just full send. It's so minor, it shouldn't matter. Stag, those are my favorite rules. The ones that are like little details, those are my favorite. Again, you played a not great Chiefs defense. This first round draft is mid compared to last. So, Tyler, I swear we've said that about every draft though. Every draft we're like, I don't know, man. This draft doesn't look great. And then the draft comes and we're like, oh shit, these guys are good.
That's caught by Howard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything else.
Yeah, Tyler, we say that every year, and then they end up being good.
And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, how does he know? He's only seen your preview. Facts. Uh-oh, Covington in trouble. Ooh, that's a fumble. They don't call it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw. Connection made with Chenault.
So, Hoosier, you played a team that gives up on average 26 points per game. Ooh, Covington in trouble again. The pressure is getting there by the Steelers. So, Tyler, what happens when like some of those round 2 or round 3 guys start moving up in the draft? Right? Like, what if there's a guy, a Mac Townsend type guy, an 80 overall defensive tackle hidden in there in like the 5th or 6th round? To Jair if he's interested. Ain't nobody interested. Tyler, you're also not doing a good job of selling your first, right? Like, oh, I'll give you my first round pick for that stud cornerback you got because I think this draft is crap. It's like, why would I take that draft? Why would I take that? If you think it's so bad, like you're just announcing like, yeah, I would like to trade this first round pick who's going to be garbage for your top 5 corners.
They want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Clement. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete.
We go through off-field legal problems. Should have their name changed, not to Joe Jarrett, and remove them from the league, but change the name, initials, just different names.
Decent gain on the scramble.
To Denzel Washington. Stag, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Yeah, that's not the worst. I could yeah, we're not going to do it in this one, Stag, but for DGFL 24, it's something that can be considered. I just feel like, what's the threshold of legal troubles, right? So, like, there's a lot of players with, like, if you dig enough, I'd be changing the entire NFL roster. But, like, guys like Deshaun for sure is one. What's the punter's name, Stag? I would change his name.
15 inside the 5. Superb. Now the Vikings off.
He's gonna give me that pick for Marshawn.
And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that they're deep.
So Warfare, I can
It's their turn now.
what I can do is I can turn on, like, and I might, right? So what we can do, right now I have coach firing off, right? So no coaches can be fired. But we may turn it on, right? So, like, if you're an owner, you're never losing your team, right? So if you're an owner, you'd never lose your team. But if you're a head coach, right? If you're a head coach and we turn on coach firing, you could get fired. And then you gotta hope a team signs you. That's a tough one. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, I mean the list goes on and on, but that's the problem, right? Like if we dig enough, I'd be changing half of the NFL.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield.
He said, "You referring to me? If so, deal." This game, hopefully the next game's more exciting. It's a close game, 13-6. It's a defensive game, but I expected more. Like I was really expecting the Vikings offense to play better. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you're submitting a trade right now, I'm not looking at it. It does, Corey. It really does. I really thought Adonis Hill was generational. Oh, Sutton can't come down with it. I thought Adonis Hill was going to be phenomenal. I thought he was the next, like, the best corner we've seen drafted, in my opinion, is Cody Adams. I think that's the best corner we've seen drafted. And I thought Adonis Hill was going to be as good, if not better, than that guy, and he's not.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
He's there, number 3 on the depth chart? Yeah. That's one of the reasons I want to fill the league entirely. Trades? Those are done. Yeah. Nick, I don't know about you. I'm not looking at another trade. I don't have time. I don't want to. That time has come and gone.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Covington, my guy, 19 for 31. The Chiefs kicker? Good question. Come on, Covington. There it is. Good throw. Good throw right there. Not turning this thing back on, and then Corey asked me to get on. Please don't let the CPU cut somebody from my team. Yeah, no, Warfare. I get what you're saying. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know what the threshold is. Because, again, if we go off of just, like, legal troubles, it's half, like, there's so many people in the league with legal troubles. It was going to cut a 70 overall halfback. Yeah. It's all good, Corey. It's all good, man. We're just giving you shit at this point. We're just giving you shit. All right, we're in the 4th quarter, guys. It's 13-6. The Steelers are a 6-point favorite. It's currently a 7-point game. If the Vikings kick a field goal and the game ends, the Vikings win the prediction.
Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to
Stag, I would be okay with somebody like Deshaun Watson changing his name. I don't think Antonio Brown's going to be in DGFL 24. But yeah, somebody like Deshaun and what's the punter from Arizona State? Ariza, whatever that guy's name is. I would change his.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown.
Yeah, like Deshaun, I think Deshaun's a good example. I'm not going beyond too many, but like Deshaun Watson, Ariza. Well, Ray Lewis definitely ain't in the game, so I'm not worried about him changing. Technically, he was found not guilty, Hash, so you can't say he killed a guy.
Right in the heart of a defense.
If you're found not guilty, you're not guilty. Ruggs won't be in the game, Proto. Joe Mixon's staying. Like, Joe Mixon's well beyond that time frame. I think. He doesn't have anything new, does he? But yeah, Henry Ruggs, he's not even going to be in the game. Most passing yards, like in the DGFL, Corey, it's on, if you go, it's in Daddy Leagues. So one of the cool things about Daddy Leagues, you can look at statistical records.
To the sideline and make a catch.
Oh, that's first season. Never mind. I thought it had by game. That's by season. Some of those are going to break this year. I mean, technically, Super, he's not guilty. He's guilty of some other shit. Oh, yeah, he was. That doesn't count against him, Warfare. No, that doesn't count against him. Get out of there, Covey. Throw it. Oh, he's going deep, too. That's nope. You got to hit it. The guy who lost two. My bad, Crow. So I didn't realize that was still in there. Didn't realize that was on there, Croto. Yeah, technically it's 3 Super Bowls. Lost 3 Super Bowls. Easy got me wild. Yeah, we Ash, we have a little too much fun. That's the problem. We've been having too much fun. Commanders drafted 2 corners, just get smoked by Jalen Hyatt. I don't know. Is Jalen Hyatt? I mean, he was good. Is he really that guy?
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down.
That's a good point, Croto.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw, and that's incomplete.
Not guilty and innocent are the same.
Third down here.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options.
Brad Knight is that guy. Listen, me and Justin have been saying for a while, and before you joined, Ants, anybody that said they were looking for a quarterback, we've been praising Brad Knight. We've been telling everybody, like, if you're trying to find kind of a hidden gem guy, I think Brad Knight could be good. No need to change his name. Well, here's the thing, Hash. If you settle out of court and you pay a shit ton of money, that's different than being innocent and not guilty. Because technically Watson was neither innocent nor not guilty. He settled out of court. He basically paid so that he didn't have to find out if he was guilty. Fumble! If you write a book called If I Did It, you're probably guilty. I'm going to write a book called No Shit, There I Was. No shit, there I was. Sitting in a foxhole. Yeah, that 98 short accuracy, that's a Patriot staple right there, Ants. Covington, do something with the ball. That won't it. Down by contact. Yeah, apparently. Elton Jenkins going down. That's a really good guard going down with an injury right there. Holding his shoulder. That's probably a torn labrum. Nah, Hoosier. I have this thing. I call it work that I have to do. So like I try to watch, but I don't really get to see it. Tyler, I didn't see it. When I say I've been busy, I mean I've been busy. Good lot. Hey, appreciate it, Cody. Appreciate it. Cody, who do you play? You know?
We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver,
Another belief that innocent and not guilty are two different things.
On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So the field goal unit is
I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty, though. So like that's how the justice system works. Dad, you gotta be proven guilty.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking
Covington had to be the best QB Madden made. I don't think so. I still think all we did was change the size of Jamarcus Russell. So Jamarcus Russell Jr. might be the best quarterback we've seen.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now out come the Steelers. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit. Maybe
Playing the Falcons again? Oh, okay. Let me make sure they're on auto.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex.
All right, Falcons are on auto. Cody, you're good to go.
19 yards that time for number 19.
Whole legal system in shambles? I mean, yes and no. Yes and no, but yeah. Covington, Russell, Richardson. Richardson's been really impressive too, super.
Yeah, a lot of say, let's just run the football, be conservative, be sticking to his game.
I mean, fair, warfare. He wasn't charged. It's a good point. It's a good point.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Right now they would. If the game ends as is, the Vikings would get the payout ants.
Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Yeah, Covington. I think it goes Russell, Russell,
9 to the 46.
Richardson are the top two in my book. Chris, he I think is. Yeah, just got to be within 6.
They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run.
Oh, cool. Clement running hard. Great run by Clement right there.
Before they bring it down right at the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now on 7.
No, he's not in the DGFL.
You know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're.
He got a 99 last year's Madden. Who did? Ariza?
Sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said,
Newberry clears all the autogen QBs? No. I mean, Luke Prince might be up there as one of the best that we've got that's a generated quarterback. Richardson, though, man.
and he'll protect himself
Looks
at
great.
the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Hoosier, I think that move's going to end up going up there with the Bosa trade at some point. Nice throw, Richardson. 23 for 31, 235, and a TD for Richardson.
Tackle is made at the Vikings 18. 23 yards the pick.
Yes, Stag, exactly. That's a theory. That is a theory. Yeah. Is it the best move you've made? I mean, it's better than the Bosa trade, I guess. Like, if we're just comparing it, it's definitely better than the Bosa trade. Is Luke Prince better than Brody Thomas? I think so, Super. I think now, don't get me wrong, Brody's got a lot of potential, but I think Luke is the more consistent. I think Luke's more consistent than Brody. Brody has great games and bad games. Luke gives you consistency.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
The motive behind the trade? What was it? Give away really great players? Oh my God, what a play! Clement! Cordell Clement doing his best J.J. Brown impression. That was phenomenal. Look at him running through tackles. He breaks the tackle of the rookie John Jennings, a highly touted rookie.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2.
Is that Le'Veon Bell out there? Right? Wearing 26 and everything, Warfare. Out there wearing 26 and everything. I think, Stag, I do think that if Fiore develops, I think he has the potential to be really, really good.
They absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down.
Tyler, you're off today? Very nice. And I wish I was off today. I wish I was off today. 2 rushes, 12 yards, touchdown for Clement.
And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Brewer's the next Favre. He's going to go out there and rob the state of Mississippi. That's messed up.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And you figure
Super said the Chiefs and the Bears have improved.
trail by
only based on users trying to trade with them. Gotta work on Cinco de Mayo? Me too. Me too, Tyler. Oh yeah, and you're gonna send unsolicited. He's gonna send unsolicited pictures to reporters. That's messed up. Wow, Chris, no, no, Chris. Oh, oh, he's gone. He got caught, but what a play, Covington. Chenault, Laviska Chenault being hidden out there in Minnesota. He was very sought after. Chef Curry never here to make the trade. Look at him hit the burners out there. He's a I didn't realize it was Laviska. Yes, Dad, he's tried to get him a bunch of times. All right, the Vikings desperately need to get some points on the board. Ants is hoping the Vikings can keep this within 6. Nice throw right there. Woo. They need a touchdown for Ants to get the payout. If you voted on the Steelers, you need them to hold them to 3 here. I think, yeah, Chenault's really good. He's got good, solid hands. He's not going to, like, breakaway speed, obviously. 3:30 East Coast time. Ooh, touchdown, Chenault. Chenault completes the drive with the touchdown. They're going for 2. Okay, Vikes, I see you. They don't get it. It is a 5-point game. I'm going to tell you what, I was hoping for the 2-point conversion. Because then a Steelers field goal makes this a 6-point game, and we would have had the tie. Veteran QB that can throw. Need him to keep him for a season or 2. Trade fields in off season for a late CPU first. Need the QB build up my DT run.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting.
So Hoosier, here's the thing, right? And I do get the thought process. Okay. Here's my issue. You could have gotten Deshaun for free in the offseason. I mean, you'd have paid him. But you could have got him without giving up Debo. And then you would have had Deshaun and Debo on a much improved team next season. Warfare, yeah. Tyler's having a great season. He don't know how to act. It's all good. Let him have his moment. Let him have his moment. Spectre! Hey, yo. Mr. Dark Spectre. That's tragic, pimp. What up, Spectre? How are you, my guy? Yeah, you had Fields, right? You could have waited till the offseason and signed, because you've got the money, right? You could have offered Deshaun more money than anybody else. Spain said Justin Fields for a 4th. Throw in Malik Willis. It's a deal. I'm doing pretty good, Spectre. I'm doing really good. This has been kind of a back and forth game. It's been a defensive game, but I'm doing wonderful, Spectre. I had a busy day. This whole week's been busy, but that's okay. Oh, we took a big hit. Big hit right there. 22 rushes, 79 yards, and a TD for Clement. But yeah, I can't complain. I had a drink. Here it is. Yeah, I'm doing well. Busy, but I'm doing well. Would like a day where I don't have a lot. Spectre, I'm being honest, right? And this is nothing against everybody in the league because I love how active the league is. But man, and Nick might feel the same. Man, am I glad today is trade deadline day and it's over. Because at least now I don't have to argue about trades. I don't have to look at trades. All I got to do is deal with like the roster moves, and those are much easier. And to be honest, Nick usually gets all those done before I get home, so I can actually like come home, play some MLB before stream, stuff like that. Desmond Ridder, my 3 first and second for JJ Brown. Listen, Stag, I don't know how you're gonna get Desmond Ridder back.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down
Yeah, asking for reasoning, getting no good reasons. Except for one, the single-digit center. Or first. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point, Stag. No offense, Vikes. 20-15, and the Vikings keep it within 4. Under 24 DGFL, Adrian Purdy, but only when he's healthy. No, of course, I mean, you gave good reasons, and then some not so good reasons, but...
I feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat,